Wondering exactly how long you will be sitting in that test centre chair for the LNAT? The exam runs for precisely 135 minutes. That is 2 hours and 15 minutes of intense, unbroken focus. But here is the reassuring part. You do not manage that entire block as one giant stretch. The exam is split into 2 distinct sections, and each one is timed completely separately. The 2 sections test very different skills. One measures how carefully you read and reason under pressure. The other measures how clearly you can build an argument in writing. Let us break down the first part. Section A is the multiple choice portion of the exam, and you are given exactly 95 minutes to complete the whole thing. In those 95 minutes, you must answer 42 multiple choice questions. Those questions are drawn from 12 different argumentative reading passages. Make no mistake, it is a heavy reading load. Section A is entirely computer marked. Your score is calculated out of 42 the moment you finish. The pressure here is intense, driven almost entirely by that clock ticking down. Once the 95 minutes for Section A are up, you move straight into Section B. This is the essay writing portion of the exam, and you get 40 minutes for it. In those 40 minutes, you must write one complete essay. You will be offered a choice of 3 different prompts, but you only need to answer one of them. Unlike Section A, the essay is not marked by the test centre. No computer generates a score for it. Instead, your raw, unedited essay is sent directly to your chosen universities. The admissions tutors at those universities read the essay themselves. They want to see how well you can construct, structure, and defend a clear argument in just 40 minutes. Now that you know the breakdown, you need to understand the real challenge. Time pressure is one of the single most difficult aspects of the entire LNAT. It catches many students completely off guard. In Section A, you have just over 2 minutes per question. That might sound generous, but remember, that same 2 minutes has to include reading the lengthy, complex passages first, and you do not simply read. You have to analyse the argument, weigh the evidence, and deduce the answer. Managing your time is every bit as important as picking the correct option. Break it down further and the pressure becomes clear. 12 passages in 95 minutes leaves you roughly 7 to 8 minutes each to read closely and then answer 3 or 4 questions. That is why pacing matters so much. Lingering too long on a single tricky question can quietly rob you of 4 or 5 easier marks later in the section. You must keep moving. To survive all of this, you need to build genuine stamina. Sitting and concentrating hard for 135 minutes is exhausting, and it is a skill you can only train by doing. The most reliable way to build that stamina is to practice under strict, timed conditions that mirror the real thing. You need to simulate the exam environment long before you ever walk into the centre. This is exactly where LawMint comes in. We offer 200 full-length LNAT practice tests, each one built to recreate the pressure and pacing of the real exam. These tests simulate the full 135-minute environment. You can train your brain to hold focus through the 95-minute reading section and then switch gears for the 40-minute essay. Practising this way turns the clock from your enemy into a familiar rhythm. By exam day, the timing feels routine rather than frightening, and that calm confidence is worth several marks on its own. Try our free full-length LNAT practice test today at lawmint.uk. Then unlock the complete series of 200 tests featuring 8,400 multiple choice questions. And be sure to subscribe to @LNAT Prep on YouTube for more guides.